In my book, The Delhi Oracle, there is a character called Mohan Kumar, who is the cousin of the main character, Ajay, who is the black sheep of the family. Very often in big families, there is one character, might be male or female, who can do no right. Their life is always a series of bad choices, and very often they don't get along with their siblings or the other members of the family. Such characters are really put into our lives to learn. They are there to press our buttons, to test our patience, to test our jealousy, to test all the pitfalls in the dynamic of a family. And so usually they are not well liked, although they are likable. Most of the time they are likable at first, but they end up not being liked because of their demeanors and their choices. This Mohan character obviously brings quite a bit of masala in the story because of his behavior that is skewed. Since he comes from an ultra-rich family, the dude has never worked a day in his life. He's an alcoholic. He's been a drug addict off and on. He loves to travel. He loves to mess around with girls. He's addicted to gambling. And he feels guilty about having so much fun and for deceiving his father and all the great plans that the family had for him, to which he was never able to live up to. So when something goes wrong for Mohan, he seeks to anesthetize himself. His first response is, let me numb that pain with a little scotch, or a double, or a triple. So much so that as the story develops, he is even drawn to some bad habits that he had already given up. He had managed to break away from hard drugs, but his will is not strong enough. He loves to have fun too much. Well, too much fun can turn upon you. And you see the consequences in the book. Mohan finds himself in situations where he is forced to make choices, and unfortunately, in my story, those choices have consequences on the characters around him that are following the same thrust of what is going on. He's unwillingly on a losing journey. We've all had Mohans in our lives. They come and they go. Sometimes they remain friends, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're there for one night, sometimes they're there for the duration or for one specific adventure, and then they disappear. If the problem is not resolved on our end, another Mohan appears to continue the same saga until we come to terms with our own demons. When you are offered situations that are not to your advantage, if you make the wrong decisions and you are willing to suffer the consequences, the same situation will be presented again and again until you are able to harness your own will to transcend that temptation, for lack of a better word. It's only temptation because it asks you to do what's wrong for yourself. So be on the lookout. When there's too much masala, it burns the tongue.